Good morning, all my beautiful angels. Happy Friday. It's me, your girl Shyla, here with another video. I hope that you guys all had an amazing week. I hope that you guys are all ready to have an amazing weekend and do something fun. I am not doing anything fun this weekend. I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna be basic AF, just hanging around the house, taking some pictures, doing my workout, etc, etc, etc. etc. Today we're going to do a little vlog video, and it's going to be my tips, Shyla's tips for beginners to get started with working out. I'm going to base it more towards like if you're plus size, for my plus size sisters, for my plus size brothers, because it'll work whether or not you're boy or girl. But obviously this can work either way. It can work for plus size, it can work for non-plus size, it can work for all you little tiny bitches. Excuse my language. Anyway, before we get going into it though, take a second, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell button. That way you're notified whenever I post a new video. If you're new here, I post every Monday, every Friday. Occasionally I'll post on a Wednesday. With the bell button turned on, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. And as usual, if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate every single one of you. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram. Post there every day. I post polls, I post stories, I post questions. We get to be friends, we get to be interactive. Please don't send me anything creepy or be creepy, because I will just block you if you're creepy. Also, don't forget to check out my Poshmark. constantly posting stuff on my Poshmark, stuff that doesn't fit me, stuff that I'm just never wearing and just decide to sell because I have a lot of stuff. But do check it out because stuff does go quick. Okay, so you're probably looking at me and you're like, who is this? And I'm a pretty big girl, so you're probably looking at me, looking at some of my videos, and you're like, what the heck, what the fork do you know about losing weight? Who is this plus size girl trying to tell me to lose weight? Yes, I know, I am not a little tiny influencer type girl. I still have a plus size body, I am still big, but I will say, for all of you that don't know, my journey and my transition, A, I am transgender, so FYI, so we're all on the same page. And B, when I started my transition, I was about 360 to 370 pounds. So I have lost over 100 pounds of weight. I still have weight to lose. I am still a bigger girl. My weight loss has had its ups and its downs, which I'll go into when we're talking about the list. So I do know about working out. I do know about losing weight. I do know about fitness, and I do, most importantly, know what it's like to start really, really big. A lot of fitness influencers, I love them. I love my girls, but they don't know what it's like to start out really big because they were never in that really, really big category. They were already little and they were working on building, not working on losing as much. So, with that being said, we're going to get into this. I am not a personal trainer. I am just sharing with you my tips and my thoughts and on my weight loss and my journey and things that hopefully will help you in your weight loss and journey. These aren't in any specific order. I just kind of, and I've got notes here just so we're all on the same page, which is why I got my phone here. I was going to do 10, but it ended up being 12. These are not in any specific order. Okay, first one is start small. Just because you're excited, you want to jump into this, don't pop up some YouTube fitness influencer that's doing this massive workout and jump in the gym and try to imitate it, because you are going to burn yourself out and then you are not going to want to do it anymore, and you're just going to fall right off the wagon and you're going to end up failing, especially if you're really, really big like I was. There is absolutely nothing wrong with starting small. It's better to do something than do nothing. Start small and work yourself up. It's the same with everything. When I started at 360 pounds, I started with 5 minutes of cardio once in the morning and once at night. Now I'm lucky enough that I have an elliptical that I bought a while ago in my house, so I didn't have to really go anywhere. So it's easy for me to work out once in the morning, once at night. If you were to live somewhere that has some type of cardio you could do, even if it's walking, even if it's outside for a walk for 5 minutes, you can get in 5 minutes. And if it's walking, you could do 5 minutes outside in the morning, 5 minutes at night. There's nothing wrong with starting small. Don't think that you have to go at it as hardcore as you possibly can when you're starting off, especially if you're starting off really big. Start small, work yourself up. If you start small, you increase your chances of succeeding because you're gradually increasing what you're going to be doing. The second one I have is don't compare yourself. This is really big with social media. We all fall into this trap. Everybody does it. I do it. I'm sure the girls that are fitness influencers do it, where you look at other people and you compare yourself to them and you're like, oh, I wish I looked like that. Oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. But you have to remember that you have to be realistic and remember you may never have that type of body that they do. That doesn't mean you cannot be the best version of yourself. Focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself to others, and don't compare yourself to something that they're doing. Work at your own pace. You don't have to feel, especially if you're going to go to the gym to do this, just because someone next to you is doing a lot doesn't mean you have to do a lot. Work at your pace, block everybody out, and don't feel like you need to compete or keep up with everybody else. Especially if you get into weights later or you start out working on weights, you don't want to compare yourself and pride lift because you'll end up hurting yourself. Next one I have for you is be consistent. This is really important. You are not going to go in there, you're not going to go in there whether you're a big girl or a little girl. You are not going to go in there as a big girl. If your goal is that you want to lose 100 pounds, you are not going to lose 100 pounds in a month. So don't plan on losing 100 pounds in a month. Don't plan on losing 20 pounds in a month. You might lose 10 pounds. A lot of it might be water weight. You might lose 20 pounds, whatever, but stay consistent. Just because you have 1 month that's successful doesn't mean every month is going to be successful. You're going to have ups and downs. And when I say little girls, your goal may be to build a bigger booty. You may be starting a little booty. It takes consistency and it takes time. It is not going to happen overnight. You have to be consistent at it to see results. Supplements. Now I did a whole video on supplements. You don't have to take supplements. Supplements are optional. You can lose weight without supplements, but supplements can help you. I do prefer EHP Labs OxyShred for weight loss. It is specifically meant to help target your fat cells and burn them out. Definitely go check out my little review of EHP Labs and Women's Best up there, where I go over my supplements and my go-to supplements. You don't have to take them, but they can help. If you do have health issues, or if you're having health issues, definitely check with if it's something you're unsure about, definitely check with a dietitian or a doctor before you start taking anything, so you don't put yourself at risk. Trust me. Diet. The D word. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and go on this specifically strict hardcore diet. I am not a nutritionist, and if you need help and don't know how to diet, don't know what to do, you know, there's nothing wrong with seeking help and seeking out a nutritionist. But when I'm saying diet, I'm not meaning going out and eating like one piece of lettuce for lunch. I'm talking about changing your lifestyle so you're not eating unhealthy all the time. It's a lifestyle change where you change to starting to eat healthier foods, putting healthier foods in your body consistently. If you put healthy foods in your body, you can eat multiple times a day, so you're not feeling hungry all the time, but you're giving your body healthy foods that it wants and it needs to succeed in your weight loss and in your gains for gaining muscle, which are like, you know, proteins, etc., etc., etc. And everybody's body is different. So just because I'm doing something that is working for me for weight loss doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. So you need to find out what works for your body, what foods work best for your body for what you're doing, for calorie intake, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot of apps that can help you with keeping, like tracking, which is keeping track of how much food you're eating, and that can definitely help so you're not overeating in portion size, because that's a big thing. You don't want to eat healthier but eat a massive portion of it, because it's kind of counterproductive even if it's healthier foods, because you'll be getting too many calories. You don't have to go crazy with the diet, and with the diet, there's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself and having a cheat day every now and then. You need to have it. It'll help you out. I promise. Number 6, cardio or weights. This is a good one. If you're really, really big, like I said, I was like 360 pounds. If you're really, really big, you might want to start out with just cardio. That's what I started out with just cardio. Start building it up. Start building up your body. Start getting yourself into a better physical shape. I didn't even start into weights, like I've said many times, until I was down 50 pounds, and then I started doing in light weights and working myself up in weights. Weight training is excellent. It can help you out. If your goal is to put on muscle, if you're a small smaller girl watching this, or boy, and your goal is to put on muscle, you don't need to focus as much on cardio. You could just start into weights. Weight training is excellent for weight loss and cardio as well, but if you are really, really big, like I was, 360 pounds, if you're really, really big, there's nothing wrong with starting just on cardio. Don't feel like you need to do cardio and weights. Start yourself on cardio, start yourself small, build yourself up, and then add in weights as you've lost weight and the cardio is getting easier, so you're not trying to do 2 hours of cardio every day. Do like 30 minutes of cardio and then start adding in weights. Make small goals. I feel like this one is super important. Make small goals. I'm going to put these next two together. Make small goals and have a realistic big goal. You need to have a goal. You need to work on stuff. And if you have something to work towards, it is a lot easier to stay focused and motivated working towards your goal of what you want. But there's nothing wrong with having smaller goals along the way. Now, you might want to set a big realistic goal. Mine was to lose 150 pounds, which I haven't fully hit. I'm not beating myself up over it, but I've gotten close to it. My ultimate big goal is to hit 150 pounds, but I did have a bunch of smaller goals along the way. I broke my goals down to 10-pound increments of goals I wanted to hit, and then I had a 50-pound goal, so I had like a medium goal where I would reward myself with like a dinner or something, like a nicer dinner at 50 pounds, something I've been craving. But I broke it down to 10-pound increments, smaller goals so you're always striving for something that seems attainable. If you're at 360 pounds, your first goal, 350 pounds. Then your next goal when you hit that is, okay, I'm gonna go for 340 pounds. It's not something that's super far away. Like if you are at 250 pounds, don't set your goal immediately for 200 pounds as an immediate goal, because it's going to take so long to get there. It can frustrate you as you're watching the scale and watching this and watching that. It can frustrate you because it takes a long time to get to it. And it's not saying that you won't fail, not saying you won't get there, but if you set it in smaller increments along the way, like, okay, you're 250, so you know what your big goal is, but okay, right now I'm focused on 240, I'm focused on 240. And once you hit 240, okay, now I'm focused on 230. It's so much easier to set yourself smaller goals to hit along the way. Next one is number 9, get something cute to wear. I don't know if this works for boys, but for girls, trust me, get something cute to wear. Even if you're a big girl, get something cute to wear. If you are just going in with your normal older clothes that you're wearing, it's not going to be as motivating, but if you get something cute to wear, you are so much more motivated to go work out if you have something cute to wear. In addition to that, get something cute to wear. I also want to include, have like a goal outfit. Have a goal workout outfit if you want. I bought a whole bunch of Gymshark stuff that didn't fit me when I was like really, really big. And I was so excited once I could eventually fit into that Gymshark stuff. And I could see how far I come in my fitness journey. Trust me, get yourself something cute to wear. Get yourself a goal outfit. Trust me. You'll thank me later. Don't beat yourself up. This one's a good one. Number 10, don't beat yourself up. And what I mean by this is, if you have a day where you fall off the wagon, it happens to all of us. If you have a day where you have pizza and it's like not your cheat day, don't beat yourself up. If you have a day where you're just like not feeling it, you try to work out, you have no motivation and you're not feeling it and you end up not working out or not working out as well, don't beat yourself up. Don't sulk over it. It happens to all of us. Just brush it off and jump back on the horse. The important thing is to not completely fall off the wagon. If you have a bad day, pick it up the next day. You don't have to overdo the next day to make up for it. Don't feel like in your head you have to overdo to make up for it. But if you fall off the wagon completely, it is so much harder to get back into your rhythm and get going on that again and your workout fitness routine. If you miss a while, trust me, it is so hard to get going again. When you're in a good groove, it is really easy to stay in that groove. Even if you have a bad day, to pick it up the next day. It is so much easier to do that than it is to try to get back into that groove once you've had time off. Trust me. Number 11 is don't procrastinate or make excuses. This one can happen to all of us. I'm going to start my workout next week. I'm going to start my diet next week. I'm going to start it next month. Oh, I've got 15 days left this month. We're in the middle of the month. I'm going to start it next month. Don't procrastinate. Don't make excuses. Next month isn't going to be any different than tomorrow or on Monday or this and that. Don't procrastinate and make excuses to keep putting it off. Just start it. Don't make excuses. Just start it. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Whether or not it's getting yourself up in the morning and the first thing you do is you get in your car and you go to the gym to do your workout, or you go for a walk to do your workout if you're like starting out just with cardio and walking. Don't make excuses. Just do it. Trust me. Make yourself get up and just do it. You'll thank me later. And the last one I have for this, and I hope that you guys have liked this, is understand your body. And what I mean by this is everybody's body is different. Know your limitations. Know what you can and you can't do. There's a lot of stuff in the gym, and there's a lot of stuff you see people doing, especially if you're watching YouTube and watching other people's fitness routines. There's a lot of stuff that you are not necessarily going to be able to do, whether it be your size right now. Trust me, if you are really, really big, like I started at 360 pounds, if you're really big, you are not going to want to be doing any jump squats or any jumping and lunging. If you can and you're that nimble, more props to you. But even now that I'm smaller, I have really, really bad knees. Doing anything with jumping and squatting and jumping and lunging, and you have to take into account that a lot of the fitness girls that do their fitness routines that make these for us all to use, they know what they're doing. They do good fitness routines, but they're in shape. They're tiny. They're small. They have good joints. They have good ligaments. They do this all the time. So when they're doing jump squats, jump twisting squats, jump lunges, etc., 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 they've had a lot of work doing. So you may never be able to do it. I am never going to be able to do them just because. Even if I got really, really skinny, it is not going to work for me because I have bad knees. Know your body, know your limitations, know what you can and can't do. And if you are following a fitness routine, there's nothing wrong with changing up the fitness routine to accommodate what you need to do. If you're following someone's fitness routine, it's got something in there that's hurting you or hurting your knees, change it up, do a different exercise. Don't just completely omit that portion. Do a different exercise that's similar and continue. We're hitting at time, so we're almost done. We're almost done, I promise. In addition to that, know your body is also pay attention to your body. If you are like feeling like you might be injured or something is hurting, there's nothing wrong with stopping and taking it easy. For instance, just as an example, like I said, I have bad knees. Today my knees are really hurting me. I really, really pushed it in my leg day yesterday, and I could feel it when I was doing my initial warm up, and I did my upper body. When I was doing my final run at the end of my workout, about 10 minutes in out of my 20 minutes, my knee was really hurting, so I decided to stop. I don't feel bad about it, but I don't want to keep pushing it and really hurt it and make it so I'm not able to work out on my next workout. With that is everything that I have. I hope that you guys like this. I hope that it's helpful for somebody. If it helps you out, let me know. Like I said, I've been there. I've done that. I've been there with you. I've been big. I know what it's like to try to get started, but trust me, anybody can do it. You just need to not procrastinate and be motivated and consistent and do it, and it can work for anybody. Anyway, that's all I have. I love you guys. I will see you guys back on Monday with another video.